welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. Today I'm just gonna talk about the Spotify rap playlist which I just saw, and I just wanna talk about it, what I feel about my rap list and what I feel overall. If you guys know, since this year, since last few weeks actually, Spotify has pulled back from the features which they used to offer for free, playing a song on loop, playing the part of the song you wanna listen to, like getting it behind, like on the track, by few minutes or a few seconds. Just you wanna listen to a small part of that song. So it is not up. It is lifted, like you are not able to do that and explore it if you don't have a premium pack, and I don't have it. I don't want to as well. But anyways, so this year the Spotify Rap 2023 had a staggering amount of Nicolas Brittle songs on the top. Like most of it, like 3 to 4 tracks are by Nicolas Brittle, which made it on the top. I'll just tag it over here, along with Adante Risoluto, which is my favorite, and then the Arrival at Vesta, the Succession situation, the series, that is on the top of my chart this year, and I've been listening to it. So basically I am a modern Bollywood girly. I love instrumental, I love lo-fi, and these were the tracks which made it on top. Kudos to Nicolas Brittle for making such beautiful tracks, so magical. I felt like sometimes I want to do some pole dance on the instrumental, the theme of Succession, the Vesta, Arrival at Vesta. I just felt it, but I don't know how to pole dance. But if I in the future I do, I'm just gonna do that as well. And the top artist is definitely Nicolas Brittle. We have Ramin Javedi, and there is Lean Ebato who did a song, the music called Heartbeat in the Hood. And I heard of it first when I used to watch an earthquake channel. I still watch it just to track what is happening in the world, how is the sun, solar light throwing up, and all of that jazz, just the nature stuff. So I'm very curious of all about knowing that. So I used to listen to it, and then I discovered that track which makes it on the number 2 of my most listened track of all time this year, not all time, of 2023. And yeah, I'm very curious to know what's yours, so drop it down below if you would love to share it. I would love to explore other people's tracks, because for me it's nothing related to lyrical, okay? It's all instrumental, and that's all for me. And the podcast I listened to again was Succession, hosted by Kara Swisher. She just made it so nice, I loved it, listening to it. The podcast of Succession. So watching Succession, listening to the podcast around the next 2 to 3 days, whenever I used to get time, like at least 15 minutes each day. I used to love listening to the podcast. I love doing that, like getting deep into whatever you are listening to and getting obsessed about. And then the second podcast I have listened to a lot is Culture Watcher, which is the other pop culture podcast that I should usually care about podcast. And the girls are lovely. Lucy and Belle are amazing. They talk about a lot stuff around on the internet here and there. And they're also writing a book, and I love reading their recommendations. So far I've just read 2, because other priorities took precedence. And what I feel, that's what I feel about that podcast, and that is on the number 2. Then on the number 3, the podcast I listened to a lot, which is fun to hear as well, is by Emmy Poehler, and the name of the podcast is Dr. Sheila. Okay, say more. And it's very fun podcast. It's filled with comedy. It's like a parody, and it's totally fun, and you will giggle while listening to that podcast a lot, because I did for sure. It was a very joyous podcast to listen to, and she will be coming up with the next season very soon. But you can also get acquainted with whatever the material is on this podcast. Okay, I'll just tag it over here, so you'll be able to hear it, listen to it. Okay, so put down your recommendations as well. These were my top 3 podcasts which I listened to this year, and it's been a great ride. Talking about Bollywood, which did not made up on the top 5 of Spotify rap, were, I will say, Rua from Tiger 3. That song is really touchy, it just touched my soul. Also, Besharam Rang was there, but Rua from Tiger 3 just hit right, as well as Leke Prabhu Ka Naam as well, and Hetu, and yeah, that's all about it, I feel like. And in English, I feel like Fantasize by Ariana Grande on the track I danced on just had that hit right, that hit the right spot. I love that song among this year, which was released this year. Taylor's I Can See You and Back to December, the Taylor's version, which was released this year, was awesome. Um, and yeah, that's all about it. And what else? Yes, that's it for this year Spotify Wrapped. I hope you're having a great day over there, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye.